What's up, world? This is your boy Carcino here. Dap it out, of course. Ready for my big night. Yeah, I look fly. See, when I clean up, I clean up. Go Cavs. Oh yeah, they gonna go, Mr. Champion. The Cavaliers are the champions. Well, how about them bad boy Pistons? They showed y'all what was gonna happen, right? Didn't y'all say, all right, wait till Detroit play Atlanta? Well, they played Atlanta. And you saw what happened. Put the spank down on them boys. Now, this is about Kyrie Irving and the Boston Celtics. Unbelievable. They were getting beat down this whole game. They were dead tired. They couldn't hit shots. I was like, this is when the streak come to an end. And that fourth quarter, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The spirit of Kyrie Irving led the team. They were motivated. Without Kai, they got motivated. And in that fourth quarter, I said, well, this is it. In that fourth quarter, they were spiritually guided by Kyrie Irving. And it was remarkable basketball. Remarkable basketball. You saw movement. You saw pick and roll. You saw communication on defense. You saw back screen cuts. You saw it all in that fourth quarter. I was like, my goodness, this is basketball. Where have you been? I mean, Kemba Walker is an unbelievable talent. Unbelievable what he could do. But you saw the unraveling of Charlotte, and they didn't know what to do. They had no clue of what to do. Oh yeah, I'm styling and profiling tonight. It's ladies' night. This is about all you get to see on Carcino on date night. I got a date to go out and devour. Trail City, you just said Boston played without 3 starters. 3! And what happened? They were spiritually guided by Kyrie Irving and said, we got to play together and we can do it. That fourth quarter was amazing. Oh, we already know. You can give Coach of the Year to Brad Stevens right now. Dwight Howard's actually playing the best he's played since he's been in Orlando. I'll tell you the truth. This is the best he's played since he's been in Orlando. Back when he was Superman, before they took that whole Superman, stripped him off of that. And the Lakers is like, what did we get? You got an injured guy. But he's actually playing the best basketball he's ever played in a long time. It's been a long time since you've seen him play like that. I don't think they're watching this year. They just remember his couple of years he had. But they don't realize that this guy had back surgery, and back surgery is not something you can just bounce back from. That's some stuff that you don't linger with you. He lost a lot of his rise, and he's never been very strong mentally. He was always weak mentally and couldn't get over the hump. That's how Kobe was able to beat them in that time in the NBA Finals. You know, the team, he was never somebody that the team would rally around. You know, but here, he doesn't really, no one expects anything from him. Like, they don't expect him to be great or expect him to be dominant. You know, but him coming out with this type of start, you know, it put people in a perspective of, hey, we got a chance to really do something special. And then when he had a bad game or something, then one fan got into it, he started cussing him out, and then you could mentally shut him down. Yeah, that is the year that Pau Gasol hit the weight room. That was the first time he's ever hit a weight room. And he had some shoulders finally. I'm like, look at that, Pau Gasol got shoulders. Where'd that come from? Stop driving is dangerous. Why is driving dangerous? I can see the whole entire road, even when I'm talking. Without three of their main guys, Boston still won. They really missing four guys. to be honest, shoot, they missing a lot of people, and the guys that's there is missing. A lot of them are hurt and playing hurt. They got rookies, second-year players, and they're winning games. Why? Because they are playing basketball. They're not playing hero ball. They're not playing LeBron James basketball. Boston is unbelievable. But remember, who's the guy that said they were going to the NBA Finals this year? Before they got Kyrie Irving? Before the draft? Before they got Tatum? That was the guy that said they were going to the NBA Finals to play against Golden State. I don't know who that guy is, but he seems to always be right. We ain't gonna brag about who that guy is because it's still early, right? But that guy's something special. I don't have to keep my hands on the wheel. You know you talking to? I got a special car. It drives by itself. What about Detroit? We did what we always do. We win. Everybody else doing what they do when they play us. They lose. Bad boys. Detroit basketball. And Nike, they don't even want to send us gear. I can't even get my Piston gear. You know how hard it is for me to get Piston gear? You think you order it, it come in the mail. They be like, we got to print it now. We ain't know nobody was going to order Piston gear outside of Detroit. I went to Detroit and couldn't get Piston gear. How bad is that? I'm like, what is going on out here? You can't even buy Piston gear? But yet you got Detroit Lions everywhere? What do they want? Hey, we don't know. I'd love to see an Eastern Conference final of Detroit and Boston. That sounds like, that's paradise to me. Anybody but that bum from Cleveland, if he ain't in it. Oh, that is by design. I saw that Kyrie was hurt. He has a right knee contusion. He had a bloody nose, all kind of stuff. So this team is built not around just Kyrie Irving. You see, this is a team. And that is why he's just a very important piece to that puzzle. But this is why when one player go down, the team can still perform. That's how you make a team better. When you're not there, they can still do the job. That means they're better. Unlike LeBron James, they think it's an honor when LeBron ain't in the game, the team falls apart. He's got to play because without him, they can't play. That means he is outstanding. No, that means they're not getting better. Like I said, if you had a restaurant and the only time you can do your job is when the manager is there, but when the manager leaves, you can't do your job, do you think you're going to have a job? Do you think you deserve a job? Exactly, self-made. And like I told this other guy on YouTube making videos, he know he got that phrase for me because nobody was talking about LeBron never made anybody better but me. And when I heard him say it, I was joking with him, just ribbing him. Like, hey man, you stole that from me. I don't care where you got it from. As long as he's saying it. I'm like, look, dude, as long as you putting it out there, I don't mind nobody saying that. Go on and do your thing. Because he was getting all serious about it. I ain't steal nothing from nobody. I was like, dude, calm down. I'm not even worried about it. Just go, as long as you telling people the truth, go ahead, tell them the truth. Many voices, everybody need to let the world know LeBron James never made no basketball player better. Period. I know, but if you, at least they taking the good knowledge. I'm like, take good knowledge from me, use my knowledge. Use what you've learned. Teach others. See, I'm not a hater. So I just tell people the truth. If you're going to do it the right way, do it the right way. Go ahead. I guess I'm ridiculous if you live in Cleveland. Guess what the world think of you? Those who live in Cleveland. They go, ooh, wow, they still live there? Why won't they just move? I swear, if I was in Cleveland, I would have been like, I don't care. Anywhere got to be better than this. Where do I, my bags would be packed. I'd be like, I ain't got a job yet, but I'm moving. I'll find work anywhere but here. Black people can move. We're attached to things. We don't like moving too much. We don't like what we don't know. We don't like too much change. New scenery, you know, white folks, y'all adventurous. Y'all be, man, let's go climb that mountain. Yeah. Let's go wind gliding. Yeah. We be like, I ain't going up them stairs. That's too high. We don't tempt God like that. You just saw what happened to Halliday. He was flying the planes all week, right? Nose diving, trying to get a thrill. Getting too close to the waves. Got a little too close that one time. And all it takes is that one time. And then there's no more times. Oh no, we don't do that. They listen to music. Play music. Oh, well, he's out on bail. They're gonna have to cut a big check, to get him out of a jam for doing something stupid. I'm quite sure Alonzo in there whooping on him for being stupid. You gonna steal some sunglasses, some Louis Vuitton sunglasses out of a store that you could afford to buy them in. Some cheap Louis Vuitton glasses in China. Come on, man. Yeah, it was the way Boston came back and won. If you saw 3/4 of this basketball game, there was no way in the world you thought Boston was going to win this game. You thought it was over already. I thought the game was over, period. I'm like, well, Boston, the streak finna end tonight. When they won against the Lakers, I said they're going to lose the next game. They played Charlotte. I didn't know who was playing, who wasn't. I just thought that 10 in a row, that was it. They was going to be gassed out after the Lakers win. They weren't going to have enough in the tank to beat Charlotte. Oh, buddy. This team here is something special. Defensively, they all help each other out. They all account for each other. They all root for each other. They all are a team. Whenever you got a head coach that's out on the court teaching you defense, teaching you how to play offense, he's hands-on. He don't have his assistants out there. He's out there with the assistants. He's out there showing you the way it's supposed to go. Well, good. I'm glad you got it in your bank account. You should be donating to the page. Go into the super chat. Well, see, the thing about the Hornets is what people don't realize is they're a better team defensively. Kemba Walker he's the truth. You know, this is why Felton is gone. This is why a lot of the guys didn't stay there, and they got him out of Charlotte. You know, Kemba Walker he's next level. He's more athletic. He can make plays in the paint. You gotta, you know, Felton was great, but he wasn't Kemba Walker. Listen, I like Paul Pierce when he was younger. Paul, he was an exceptional talent. For a guy that moved as slow as he did, he seemed to always get results. That was the slowest moving guy I've ever seen score. And like he did. I'd be like, how in the world is he getting down? Yeah, that was messed up what happened. People want me to do the truth behind the stabbing of Paul Pierce. I'm just like, man, that was too emotionally shocking to even like go through. I was just shocked. I heard Chicago got snow. I'm on my way to Chicago now, and I'm seeing like some snow hitting the road as I'm getting closer to the situation. Closer to the city. Hopefully it's done. Allegedly it was some people Benzino knew. But it had nothing to do with Benzino. Oh, we didn't get snow. Thank God. Our area didn't get it. And we out north. So it must have came in from another region. I'm just glad it didn't come where I'm at. Normally we get hit. Boston hadn't played anybody. They played OKC, right? They ain't somebody. They played the same people Cleveland played. Basically. Yeah, Cleveland did beat Boston. The first game. When they lost their star player in the middle of the game. Because LeBron James caused the injury. So, when that happened, yeah. And what happened? They had to figure out how to play without Hayward. All the plays and sets they've been working on had to change. People's roles had to change right in the middle of the game. So it took them a game or two to get used to the fact that Hayward's not going to be on the team or like coming back that year, and this is what the lineups had to be. So, you know, they figured it out, who's going to shoot, what the situations are. That took an adjustment period. And you see they got it fixed real quick. See, when you're good and you guys play as a team and each guy is held accountable for their position, these guys don't feel they're going to lose because somebody's not playing. You see, if LeBron don't play, everybody going to hang their head down. Oh, man. LeBron ain't in the game, we can't score. ...2011, Derrick Rose was a beast. He couldn't be stopped. I mean, you see flashes of him when he played. He's been playing pretty good when he's out on the court. But he's still hampered by that injury he got in, Milwaukee. And he's missed more games than he's played already. And it's early. And he's already missed, 4 or 5 games? Yeah, but it's cool when you average 18 points and you don't play that many games. Is that really helpful to the team? People still looking at talking about averages. Look at the turnovers. And look at what's happening out there on the floor. I'm saying when he's playing, yeah, that's good. But when somebody ain't playing, they getting hurt all the time. You know, it's a terrible situation. His problem, the Cleveland Cavaliers' problem is they don't know which lineup to work with and how these guys are going to gel. First off, Derrick Rose should not be starting the game. Derrick Rose should come in with the second team off the bench. The problem is they want D-Wade to do that. I would not have D-Wade come off the bench. I would let him burn out in the first quarter because you're not going to need D-Wade in the fourth. I'll let him burn out in the first and third quarters. Because you're going to want your killers out there and the guys who are going to get the job done when it's time to win. And I don't need D-Wade out there. If I do, bring him in with 2-3 minutes in the fourth. But other than that, D-Wade needs to burn out and get his stuff going on early in the first unit. And then when the first unit go down, switch him out and bring somebody else in. Because right now, Derrick Rose should not be starting. He should be coming off the second unit so that way Derrick can be free to do his work. Derrick works better when LeBron ain't out there. He can take a guy off the dribble, he can get to the basket, and do his thing. When he's out there, he's trying to cater to LeBron, look for LeBron. It's like, look, we ain't got time for that. And now you hearing everybody say what I was saying, right? Jeff Green should be starting. Now you seeing it come out of everybody's mouth, right? Everybody's lips is talking about Jeff Green should be starting. I said it only 2 weeks ago. But nobody listens to me, though. They listen to me because they know I'm making sense. Jeff Green needs to start. You have Jeff Green out there, and if you had Jeff Green and Wade out there, they'll be doing a lot more damage. Because they'll have to worry about Jeff Green, and that would free up LeBron to do a lot. You have Wade out there at the 2. Sherbert Ice Cream is the point guard, which he barely gonna play point anyway. He's comfortable playing with LeBron. You got LeBron, You got that small lineup out there, and people's like, well, they're going to get killed on the boards. No, they won't. If LeBron do his job. The guy that was guarding LeBron out-rebounded LeBron. LeBron had 4 rebounds in that game last night. And I want this to be clear. And I want everybody to understand. All you LeBron James fans, I want you to listen right now. The man had 4 rebounds. They got killed on the offensive glass. Not just by Capella, by the whole team. They got out-rebounded by 19 rebounds. Now, whose fault does that fall upon? Don't tell me LeBron was hurt, because the man was running down there slam dunking all after the injuries, doing all this stuff on offense, but on defense, he not down there battling for the boards. How you get only 4 rebounds? Oh, Truck Tucker had you in check. That's what was happening. That's why you didn't see Anderson come back in the game. I went back and watched it again, and Truck had that, man, you wasn't muscling old Truck Tucker out of there. See, LeBron is used to using his muscle to force guys around, like Ariza and all that stuff. Ariza D'd him up one time, too, and ripped him. LeBron had 9 turnovers. 9 turnovers. But he got 4 rebounds. But y'all want to talk about what a great game he had. He didn't have a great game. Not at all. Defensively, his men are scoring on him. He was the one in there guarding Capella on the pick and roll. And they would throw it right and lob it up for dunks. And Capella was getting the ball on the inside because he was late on switches. Then he was getting muscled out for rebounds because he wasn't even getting back. You let Nene beat you down the court and get a dunk. How does that? You didn't even run back. So, if you look at all the defensive lapses they have, it's when LeBron is out there. He gets scored upon, and he wants to point it and blame everybody else. It's like, what you blaming people for? It was you. You mean they looking good tonight, finally? Because for the season, they don't. That's why they had to make a trade. I wish Bledsoe could have played against Cleveland. They need somebody that's sure scoring off the bench. Middleton needs to run the point and then distribute. Let Malcolm Brogdon be the 2 guard, not the point. He needs to be the 2. Because right now, Brogdon, he's thinking too much. And when you're thinking too much on the court, you make turnovers, you make mistakes. And Middleton without the ball is basically lost in space. He moves a lot better distributing to everybody else. I like that a lot better. The offense look a lot better when they do that. Oh yeah, I'm the team doctor. I can fix anybody's team. I know who should be playing, who should be sitting. That's why I'm like, I can do Lou job in 10 seconds. He can't put a lineup together to save his life. You got the wrong people out there at the wrong times. I would not put Derrick Rose in the starting lineup. It just was not with LeBron. I don't care about chemistry of them playing together. It's just going to throw the whole thing out of whack. That is not going to work out. It's going to be a lot of turnovers by both players because they're trying to facilitate each other and not get in each other's way. And they're going to be even more in each other's way. Because they play the same type of game. Derrick Rose is not a catch and shoot guy. He's a guy that likes to create his own shot. He plays playground. He likes to cross you over and get to the hole. He's just a smaller LeBron James. That's it. They play the same way. They want to get there and get their own shots. So you got two guys out there, then when they try to pass and find each other, the other guy thinks he's going to shoot, and then he's trying to pass. And they both jump in the air to try to make passes. And you would think they would be out of that type of environment. You don't jump in the air unless you know your destination. That's the only time you jump. When you jump, score should be your first option. Pass should be second. But you should always have it in your back pocket because you know where the guy is going to be. You can't jump in the air and then try to figure it out. You know, you would think that they would learn. Steph Curry learned. All those over-the-head passes he used to throw, overhead pass, and they was just getting hands up, knocking them around, knocking them out. Now, they not officially finished yet. We got to make sure they keep the foot on the throat. You know, the refs have been trying to help them out tremendously. And they just been choking on their own, even with the refs helping them. So, they got to keep applying the pressure. Keep putting that foot on that throat. Keep choking. Till we squeeze all the life out of them. All the hope, all they dreams. Crush them. Jose Calderon can't play for this team. He plays structured basketball. That's not going to work here. And LeBron is like, wait a minute. I need you standing out there on the three-point line. And he's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that? I'm standing back because I'm the point guard. The ball comes back out to me and I set it up. LeBron like, no, I got the ball. You move without the ball. You basically playing the two now. So LeBron plays the one every time he gets the ball. Because that's what he's basically doing anyway. So all this fascination about LeBron's going to play point guard now. I know all the sets. I know the 3. I know the 4. First thing I did was learn all the sets. Know where everybody's supposed to be. It's like, how hard is that? You make it sound like it's something like it's Chinese arithmetic. You play the point every time you touch the ball. Kevin Garnett over Karl Malone, the mailman? No, I wouldn't do that one. I wouldn't do that one now. Karl Malone could ball. I mean, KG could ball too, but Karl Malone used to take over some games. And Kevin Garnett could never really, as great as he was, and everybody said, well, yeah, he played in the West. He never really had no help. They had Sam Cassell. They had Big Dog, Glenn Robinson. They were number 1 seed. Well, they had a better record than the Lakers for the first time that year in Minnesota. And they still lost to the Lakers. They didn't know how to win. Now, you could say, oh yeah, Latrell Sprewell, my bad. Once they had Sprewell, that's when they went on that run. And man, they had the best record and all this, but mentally, they couldn't win. They had a better team than the Lakers. They had a better team than the Lakers and just couldn't get it done. They didn't know how to win. And I watched them implode. It's like watching that Portland game against the Lakers, Game 7, when Scottie Pippen was supposed to step up and he couldn't. You know, because he's nothing but LeBron. He was the first LeBron. He was LeBron without the hype. And a lot of people give Stockton a lot of credit for Malone's success. Karl Malone was doing this before John Stockton even got in the league. Karl Malone was a beast from the moment he came in the NBA. Karl could ball. And it was just him, Stockton, and Jeff Hornacek for a long time. But they never really had a bench. They had Carr, they had all these guys. And when they went to the finals, that was the first time they really got over the hump. And Carl was playing MVP and all of these things in the league. You know, it spoke volumes. But I was glad to see Boston win a championship with Paul Pierce. Paul deserved that championship more than anybody because he could have left Boston. He could have been gone a long time ago. I mean, the man got stabbed 11 times for the city. He deserved to hold a trophy up. So that's funny, Winston. Yep, rest in peace to Malik Sealy. I mean, that was a real one. He helped mold Kevin Garnett into what he is today. To the late, great Malik Sealy. Did he die in a car accident or something? What happened with Malik? I forgot how he passed away. KG was never scared of no man. I'm tell you that right now. Why the Heat struggling? Mostly to do with injury, plus they don't have a lot of scorers on the team. They play, their game is rooted around defense. They're physical and they play a old school way of playing basketball. They're very physical and they play half court and they do a lot of pass off handoffs. They don't, when he do pick and roll, they hand you the ball. That's what that means. Your defender, the guy has to come to you to get the ball. They drown out every 24 seconds of that shot clock before a ball goes up. And they play throw it up, big man rush the paint. We get rebounds and put it back in. They're not really shooting a bunch of threes. You know, one guy on the Heat might have 23 points and he might be the highest scorer of the game. You know, Hassan Whiteside might have 18 boards. They care about boards, blocks, steals. The Golden State Warriors, man, they got pounded. I mean, straight pounded when they went in there. That was the roughest anybody. That was the worst shooting percentage they had all season. They showed teams how to beat Golden State. They really did. He blocked. How many blocks did they have on Steph Curry? Who blocked Steph Curry's threes? Miami, dude, they blocked about 2 or 3 of his threes. They was in his face every time he shot. Them guards is all over him. They play a very physical style. They just missing the chemistry of knowing what to do, who's going to shoot when the game's on the line, if it's clutch. They're playing defense. Teams ain't really just blowing them out. It's just that they just don't get the offense that they need when they need it. You know, Waiters will score, but it's too sporadic. It's in spots. Nobody's got a good rhythm on the team. They're not a real transition team. They're just rugged. Last year, they had a good chemistry, a good run where everybody knew their roles, and you thought this year everybody would blend in together. But that didn't happen. Yeah, but it's not the same. They got a bunch of new players too, the Heat did. They got a bunch of young guys in there, but even though they kept the same lineup, it's hard to have that same energy that you had last season. They were catching a lot of guys off guard because a lot of guys weren't really taking them seriously. And, you know, that was that. I'm just waiting on the Heat to play Cleveland when LeBron got to play. Let's see him try to sit out this game and see what happens. Well, their offense is off because they're a rhythm team. I told you guys what was going to happen to OKC. OKC is a team that's in rhythm. They can hit all day. But you got a guy who can't shoot in Russell Westbrook. And once you force Westbrook to have to hit these shots consistently, and he can't because he's not in rhythm, because he's got to look out for Melo. He's got to look out for... He's not the kind of guy that can get his other teams going. He's just not. He doesn't know how to get his and get everybody going in the flow of the game. If somebody else got it going, instead of saying we're going to keep riding him because he hot, Westbrook be like, okay, he got enough. Now it's time for me to get mine. And once you got that kind of mentality of you got to get yours, I got to get mine, you're not moving the ball around. They don't swing the ball. Everybody's playing one-on-one basketball. They're not thinking about passing, making the extra pass. They throwing something up. They're not going to the big man enough. Grizzly Adams to at least give the people illusion that, okay, we might go to Adams sometime. Then you got one guy out there who's just for defensive purposes only. He can't, nobody's guarding him, so you got an extra man off the ball. And they just let him go up there and shoot threes. They're like, man, you can go shoot threes. If you hit it, great. If you miss, we gonna get the rebound. It's like, you got Carmelo Anthony. He's not gonna rebound. You know Carmelo, you know one thing about him. If he get 8 rebounds in a game, that is a career high. Melo is not going to rebound for nobody. But if you look at Boston, when the ball goes up, look how many guys fight for the rebound. Look how many guys in there boxing out. Look how many guys are committed to reducing the shots that you take, and the shots that they take, they're going to take more shots than you. Getting the extra shots. More shot attempts. If LeBron don't start playing defensively, the team will consistently lose. That's just all it is. If he can have a monster game, but he's going to need that other person to have a monster game too with him, or they're not going to win. They beat Milwaukee because Milwaukee's a bad rebounding team. Coming into the game, Milwaukee was a bad rebounding team. Kevin Love was killing them in the box. Because Greek Freak was outside of the paint because he's got to guard LeBron James. Now, the fact that you got the Greek guarding LeBron, that leaves the paint basically wide open. You got no Monroe in there to rebound. So now Kevin Love could just bang guys like Middleton out and get rebounds. He got 32 and 16 boards. He didn't shoot not one three-pointer the entire game. Why? Because he didn't need to. He was in the zone right there in the paint. He got to play the 5 and against a small guy. So it wasn't rocket science. It was pretty easy for Kevin Love to get second chance points because he's used to playing in the paint, and the guy who's guarding him is not used to being down there guarding the guy in the paint. Kevin Love knows how to rebound in the paint. He knows certain moves he can do. He knows how to pin your arm in. These are the things he learned when he was in UCLA. That he did when he was down in the post to help him get rebounds, because he knows he's not the most athletic in the world, but he's effective. And because he got tools, he got smarts when he's down there. Now, it's an unwritten rule that I guess because Kevin Love is white, he got to get blamed for everything. That's the nature of everything. Write everything off on Kevin Love. Every sportscaster in the world to single out Kevin Love as the problem of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. When he's been hung out to dry. When he's been hung out to dry by his so-called star player on defense. He's not getting the help. He's the guy that's got to rotate over to at least attempt to try to make a stop, and then everybody wants to blame him in the process. When I'm like, wait a minute. LeBron ain't rotating over at all. He's not helping out at all. He's piggybacking on defense. Now, if you're going to sandbag the team, you know, it's like, whoa. Somebody score on you because you don't do your job. Don't point at me and try to look confused. Like, I thought you know. No, it was you. Oh, my bad. We know it's your bad. We don't need you to tell us. Just get it fixed. How many years you been in the league? The NBA gonna keep blowing smoke up your butt all the time and keep telling you how great this is and how great he is. But what you're seeing is how great he really isn't. Well, they saying he swung on Randall. I mean, I'm only telling you what David Aldridge put out. If David Aldridge didn't say it, I wouldn't be talking about it. That was the only thing I'm like, wow, David Aldridge put it out, so I'll put it out. Other than that, that'll never touch the light of day. But I got a Lonzo Ball video that's probably going to come up tomorrow. Because tonight I ain't going to do it. But tomorrow we definitely going to get into it. And we're going to go through what's wrong with him, the whole nine. But this is why I keep telling y'all Boston's very dangerous. Because this is, even though people are, oh, well, it's early. Nobody's really playing. Boston is playing. They're playing to win. They're not there playing around. They believe they can win every night. And you look at the age limit they got. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. These are the ages of the players on the team. They're very young. Fresh legs. Could run like gazelles up and down the court. They got the energy. They got the inspiration to get things done. Most of these young dudes can't get it done. Now LeBron could physically attack everybody because he knows the referees are going to give him a break. They're not going to hit him with an offensive foul. They're just going to let him play the way he's been playing. Just elbow somebody in the face, go to the basket, and score. And now LeBron had them take physicality out of the game. So now you can't be physical with anybody anymore. So there you go. But if you're LeBron, you can. But everybody else, you can't really play physical. You kind of got to let them lay it up. Or they're going to review it and say, is that a flagrant 2? So you'll be sitting at home someday getting ready to play the game, and then they call you, be like, oh, well, you got upgraded to a flagrant 2, so you can't play tonight. You know, that's ridiculous basketball. That's the stuff that basketball did not need. But it's another way the refs can get control of a game in case it's starting to slip away from them. They could say, well, we're reviewing the play because we feel like it, to see if we got this right. So how many times a referee did not call foul but gave the ball to the other team rather than give them a team foul? Now they review it. And now, okay, yeah, the ball is out on such and such. But it really was a foul on the other person. But we didn't call that. So now everybody's screwed. I've seen games lost like that. It's just November 10th. Yep, see, that's why you could never be a Detroit Piston fan. We don't think like that. We don't have that kind of loser mentality. It's just November 10th. Yeah, you could be just out of it November 10th. It's just November 10th. Yeah, you could be just out of it. Just out of it. So, your boy Carcino finna go in here and kick it. I wish I could show you what's finna go down up in here. But I can't. We out.